This month's Mayor's Moment is Shepard's Farm. Shepard's Farm, a lot of people might go, where is that? Well, it's affiliated with Dodge Nature Center, and it is on the corner of 70th Street and Jamaica here in Cottage Grove. Joining me today is Don, who is one of the caretakers here at Shepard's Farm. What do we have that to offer here at Cottage Grove for the residents that would like to know what's at this place?
So we have sort of a mixture of formal and informal programming. We have summer day camp for kids when they're out of school. We have formal programs where our naturalists are going into the Cottage Grove schools right now, South Washington schools. Then we have a variety of classes that are cooking classes, nature classes, outdoor skills classes.
I've had the opportunity to walk some of the trails that you have out here, and they're absolutely amazing. What can you tell the public about what they offer to them?
You know, the forest here is really nice because it was an old private residence, and so it hadn't been clear cut. So there's actually some really amazing trees and amazing forest. The trails are open sunrise to sunset. There's about a mile loop back there. There's lots of birds, pileated woodpeckers, owls.
So Don, we're next to an amazing building here that I'm seeing, which is new to me, and it's blacksmithing. So do you want to talk a little bit about what option people have for this?
Yeah, so we built a smithy, which has got 8 different forges in it. So when we do classes, we can have 8 different students at the same time. And we teach a variety of things from sort of blacksmithing 101, which just gets you used to being in the forge and making basic tools and that kind of stuff, to very specific classes like knife making, and just to see if you like it. So you don't have to you can take either an extended one that has multiple sessions and it's probably a little more expensive to get better at it, or you can take one-off classes that are just a Saturday afternoon to see if it appeals to you. Right now it's all based on coal fire, but we actually have a biochar kiln in the back corner, and we're going to start making our own charcoal out of downed wood from the woods.
Fantastic. So maybe since we're right next to it, you just mentioned beekeeping.
Fair enough.
Should we walk over there? This is something that's interesting to a lot of people, and you've got this amazing setup out here.
So we have 2 different things going on here. We have both a class that's formal that we teach, that's teaching you how to be a beekeeper. So the hives that are in the corner over there are ones that are owned by Dodge that we do with the students to teach them how to keep bees. These ones over here, like a community garden, are rental spaces. So if you want to keep bees by yourself, you have your own stuff, you can just do that. Instead of your partner doesn't want them in your backyard, you can rent a spot here, have them here, come here and take care of them. Gets you a place to, leave home and go do a hobby. And so we have both the formal classes that you register for that are that, and then the space that you rent to keep your bees on site.
That is amazing, because it is funny you say that, because I've had people tell me, well, I don't want my neighbors to have beekeeping in their backyard. They have another option here in Cottage Grove.
That was the thought.
Fantastic. And then the other thing I thought we would talk about briefly, if you'd like, is we're looking at this amazing farm here, and there's a lot of fields. I see animals. Why don't you talk a little bit about what I'll call it livestock that you have here at the Shepard's Farm?
Sort of loosely speaking, what you'd think of as old McDonald species.
There you go.
We have cows, and we have goats, and we have chickens, we have turkeys, we have sheep.
Can people come out and walk up to the fence here and check out the cows?
Yeah. So like in our other things, a lot of our classes are formal programming. So to actually get up close with the animals, they need to register for a program.
Perfect.
But when you're riding by on your bicycle or you're hiking through the woods, there'll be sheep in the pasture, there'll be turkeys out in the pen, there'll be cows grazing on the grass. It just sort of adds a nice scenery to what you're looking at.
So right now we're standing in the community garden area of Shepard's Farm. And why don't you tell us a little bit about what I'm standing in here?
So our community garden rents out 15 by 15 plots. If you can see sort of between those stakes, that gives you the idea. So each family or person will rent that plot. They can grow what they choose as long as it's legal. But we provide tools, we provide water, we till the ground at the beginning. If we have extra, we provide the hay from the barn for the mulch. And so if you live in an apartment, for example, and you don't want to have a shovel in your closet, in our case, you can rent the garden, and for that price, it's a turnkey operation. You can just walk in, you have to buy your own plants, but then you can have at it.
Good, good. I just wanted to say thank you, obviously, to Dodge Nature Center, all the individuals, yourself, for helping us with this tour today.
Yep.
And from a public standpoint, again, if you have information or want information, excuse me, obviously you can go to the Dodge Nature Center website and learn more about the programs and the things out here. But above all else, there's a trail, and it's an amazing trail. You mentioned the animals earlier, which is open to the public from sunrise to sunset, and it's free. You do not need to come pay anything to use the trails. And I did mention, I was talking to our city administrator just earlier this week, and she went and saw the owl. There's an owl out there, right? You talked about the great horned owl. So come check it out. Check out the birds, the animals, and have a great time here right in the middle of Cottage Grove. So for this Mayor's Moment, I'm Myron Bailey.